Hi Peas, Paige Evans here today, filling in for Elizabeth Karchner, and those are some big shoes to fill with this In the Mood to Scrap video. Here's the mood board that I chose. I collected a whole bunch of quilt patterns and bright colors, and of course the latest Dear Lizzy line, Polka Dot Party. And here's the layout that I made, inspired by the mood board. It's called The Greats, featuring my daughter Jane sitting on 4 of her 6 surviving, living great-grandparents. So she's really lucky to be able to have that opportunity, and I really love that she'll be able to look back at this. So I used the entire Polka Dot Party collection by Dear Lizzy for American Crafts, as well as the new Triangle Pendant Punch by American Crafts. So in true Paige Evans style, I love punching lots of pattern papers to make my layout backgrounds. So just punching 2 triangles from each of the 12 by 12 pattern papers, and I try to center over images to get an interesting design in the triangle, or if there's not a design, it's just like a solid color, I'll just punch away. And I'm punching 2 because there's a pattern on the front and back, and then I punch from the 6x6 paper pad, and I love taking photos of all the punches. It's my favorite part, to see all the pretty colors. And then for the flower centers that I want to make, I want them to be yellow, so I just pulled the papers that have a dash of yellow, and I'm punching a little 1/2-inch circle from the yellow pieces. These circles flew everywhere when I was punching them out. Pop, there it goes. And even this tab at the bottom, I loved the color of this yellow, so I wanted a couple of those. And the last section, 2 of these. So now we're going to start building up the background. Inspired by a quilt, it's a flower design. I've chosen a crepe paper ruffled background. This is from American Crafts. And I want to start by putting down 1 circle, and these triangles now become the flower petals. Each flower has 6 petals, or 6 triangles spiraling around it. And note to self, put the dot, the flower center, on top. So I'm having to go and untuck all the edges and put them on top. So slowly but surely, I'm just going to build up my background. The triangles all fit together, as you can see right here. So you connect one to another one and start building another flower. I'm just tucking them underneath the circle instead of doing it how I did that first time, because that was kind of a pain to have to take the dot out from underneath all of those and put it on top. So you can see how the flowers connect nicely, and just 2 of the triangles connect together. And saving some time and putting adhesive on the backs of 4 at a time. So I like to just vary the colors and patterns for the flowers. I punched 2 of each design, and I want to make sure I don't put 2 of that same design close to each other. And I want to vary, like the pinks, put a little space in between them, space in between the blues, space in between the yellows. So it's just a nice overall colorful rainbow of designs and colors. And I'm not going to show you the entire process, but just build up the flowers until it looks the way you want it to. I decided to go with a partially covered top half of the layout to make them stick down permanently. I run circles around the flowers with my sewing machine, and I'm going to leave the threads long just for some added texture and interest. And here are the 4 photos that I've chosen of my daughter Jane with her great-grandparents, and I want them to just go across the bottom half of the layout. So the top half is nice and colorful, and the bottom half is the photos. Sticking them down lightly at first, because if I want to change my mind and move them around, I don't want them stuck permanently just quite yet. Just making it flush with the edge. Everything looks good. I'm adding this Polka Dot Party dimensional star, and I thought I would want that paper accordion there, but it was too thick, too bulky. Next, I'm making the title with these foam thickers and pattern chipboard thickers, also from the Polka Dot Party line. And I only had one shot at this because if I had to move them around, it would tear the crepe paper background. So luckily I had that blue die cut border to make things line up. Now I'm embellishing, adding a cute little ribbon bow, some epoxy sentiment circles, this piece of a die cut tucked behind there. You know, it's all just about creating some interest and fun little things to look at. Now I want to add a dash of journaling, so I cut this label sticker in half so I wouldn't waste the whole thing because only a little bit of it is shown. So I'm just writing a little note to my daughter Jane. And to bring out the hearts on this die cut, I'm just backing it with a little piece of pink paper. And now I'm going to use mini alphabet stickers to write the names of my grandparents. So Jane's great-grandparents, that's my great-grandma, or that's my grandma, Jane's great-grandma Doris, the world's best cook. This is my grandpa Tedder, the gooder and better. This is my grandma Kathy. She's a clean and classy lady. And at first I started to build her name on the bottom left, but I liked it better on the top right. So I moved things around a little bit. And my grandpa John. He is a very artsy man, which is probably where I get some of my love for scrapbooking. I hope you enjoyed watching this In the Mood to Scrap video, and I'll see you next time.